So excited about today's video because I am collaborating for the first time ever with LilySilk. I've been a big fan of LilySilk for a couple of years now, and I was so excited when they reached out to me and offered to send me a couple of items to share with you guys. One of the things that I love about LilySilk is their commitment to the environment. So they have a zero waste policy, which means that when they are producing their beautiful silk pillowcases or their blouses, the extra luxurious mulberry silk that's left over gets turned into silk scrunchies and sleep caps, and none of that beautiful material goes to waste. I also love the fact that they're committed to really using only the finest mulberry silk. Mulberry silk is really eco-friendly because the mulberry tree uses a lot less water to grow than a cotton plant, for example. And one of the things I was so surprised to learn is that silk biodegrades in only 1 to 5 years, whereas that inexpensive trend, fast fashion synthetic blouse that you bought and discarded within a few months will take up to 50 times longer to biodegrade. So it's going to be on this planet decomposing for decades to come, long after you've forgotten that you even owned it. So I love the eco-friendly properties of silk and LilySilk's commitment to the environment. I'm really excited to be showing you some of the items that they sent me for today's video, and I think you're going to be as blown away as I am by the presentation and the packaging. These items are so giftable. I don't know about you, but I'm always struggling to find the perfect gift for the people in my life. And when you see how these items arrive, you're going to be blown away. This is one of their very famous silk pillowcases. So if you haven't invested in a silk pillowcase for yourself or for a loved one yet, oh my goodness, what are you waiting for? The properties of silk for your skin, for your hair, and for your comfort while you sleep are really legendary. So this is, like I said, the finest mulberry silk, which is really the best silk available. It's called the Queen of Fibers. It's so good for your skin. I don't know if anyone else is a side sleeper or a face sleeper like I am, but if I'm sleeping on something other than silk, I will wake up with creases on my face. But because of the properties of silk, how gentle it is on your skin, the lack of wear and tear that it does on your skin, you will wake up with your skin looking fresh and pretty. Also, if you've got hair anything like mine, or if you're experiencing hair loss, which is so common as we get older, silk is so gentle on hair. You won't get the breakage, you won't get the roughing up of your hair, you won't get the hair loss, you won't get the bedhead. Oh my goodness, no bedhead. It's just amazing in those capacities as well. Another thing that I love about sleeping on silk is that it's temperature regulating. I don't know about you, but at this stage of my life, I really need temperature regulating when I'm sleeping. Like, it just stays cool to the touch. You don't sweat in it. It just stays fresh. It's just a luxurious experience to sleep in. So look at this packaging. A silk pillowcase comes like this, ready for gifting. Oh my goodness, it looks like a flower on the inside. It is so pretty. And the fabric is just luxurious. I'm just gonna show you what this looks like. So, oh my goodness. Cannot wait to sleep on this. Like, look at the amazing, luxurious fabric. It's just really, really cool. It's silky. It's absolutely luxurious and a dream to sleep on. They have silk bedding too, which, oh my goodness, I'm totally gonna check out the silk bedding and the silk pajamas, because why not just sleep in head to toe silk? I love it. So another item that you might like to look at for sleeping is, I mean, look at this packaging. How beautiful is that? Now, I've unwrapped and rewrapped the bow. It looks even prettier. It looked even prettier when it arrived. But I mean, what a beautiful presentation if you're giving a gift. And you open up this beautiful box, and like I said, all of their gifts are so thoughtfully wrapped. And inside you will find tissue paper. Of course, it says live spectacularly, which needs to be my new life motto. And there is an amazing and beautiful silk sleep cap. So when my girls were little, I really could have used something like this because they woke up with such bedhead, and I wake up with bedhead, and now my girls still, who doesn't wake up with their hair roughed up? And so this is an additional level of protection for your hair. You can put your hair up in one of their beautiful silk scrunchies, which I'm going to show you next, and stick the silk sleep cap on, and you wake up and your hair looks like it did before you went to sleep. So I absolutely love this. I think every woman could use a silk sleep cap. Again, we are protecting against breakage, we're protecting against hair loss, we're protecting against the bedhead, all of the things. Okay, so this collection of silk scrunchies comes in this beautiful silk pouch, and then you get 4 different sizes. You get the jumbo size, suitable for jumbo hair like mine. You get a medium size, you get a smaller size, and then you get a tiny size. And so for all the different applications that you would want a silk scrunchie for, you get all the different sizes. One of the things I love about using a silk scrunchie in my hair is that it doesn't leave a line. It doesn't crease your hair or leave like any kind of mark on your hair when you take it out. So if you want to put your hair up and when you're at home and then you want to take it out in the evening or when you're going out, you won't have that telltale line on your hair. It's so gentle on your skin and on your hair, and there are just so many beneficial properties. Besides just the luxury of using and wearing silk in your everyday life, it's genuinely good for your hair, for your skin, and for your overall well-being. Okay, now the pièce de résistance, the piece that I'm the most excited about using in my life and in my wardrobe is, and something that really ties in well to today's video, is this beautifully packaged silk blouse. So I requested this blouse in black because I did not have a silk blouse in black, and I am so excited to use it. Like I said, like, look at the presentation. What an amazing gift for a friend, for a mom, for, you know, your assistant, for anybody in your life who is really special to you. Comes beautifully packaged, and then when you open it up, you've got this gorgeous silk blouse. Now the details of this blouse are so elevated. I love the covered button placket. I love the beautiful luxurious fabric. I love the classic styling and the classic fit. It comes in a variety of colors and more styles and more cuts than you can dream of. Like anything that could be made in silk in a blouse, they have. They have prints, they have beautiful solids, they have bow front blouses. This happens to be my pick. This is a really simple, classic, and effortless silk blouse that I'm going to use like on a weekly basis, because what's more comfortable and more luxurious than wearing silk in your everyday life? I'm going to wear this with jeans. I will wear it with my beautiful wide leg tweed pants. I'm going to wear it with tinsel skirts. I'm going to wear it layered under cashmere and with my faux leather joggers, and it's just going to become a really important and integral part of my wardrobe. So I am so excited, like I said, to be partnering with LilySilk, to be featuring items that are really high quality, and to be bringing them to you. One of the things that I really love about LilySilk is that you get this beautiful quality, this beautiful craftsmanship, these beautiful luxurious fibers, but they are really affordable. And so you can really start working silk into your everyday life and into your actual everyday wardrobe, and really enjoy the properties of this beautiful queen of fibers that is mulberry silk. So I hope that you like it as much as I do. I know that you're going to enjoy your LilySilk pieces. Don't forget that I have a code. All the information is in the description box below. You just click on the title of the video. It's going to open up and you'll see the links to all of these items, as well as my code for a LilySilk discount. The code is NETA12. I'm going to pop it up on the screen for you to look at now, and you can use that to get 12% off your LilySilk purchase. I hope that you enjoyed kind of getting an idea of what LilySilk has to offer. Looking forward to working with them in future videos. And that is my segue for today's video topic. Really excited to be talking about how to look expensive on a budget. Now, no matter what your budget is, whether you consider it to be a kind of a healthy budget or whether you're really on a tight budget, we can all elevate our style without spending a lot of money. So let's get into the main topic of today's video. The first tip that I would have when you are trying to elevate your style without spending a lot of money, when you want to look more expensive without breaking the bank, is to elevate your everyday basics. So the everyday pieces that you wear, the everyday staples that you wear, if you turn those up and make them more elegant by choosing more elegant materials, more elegant finishes, and more elegant fabrications, then you're going to find that your whole style looks more expensive, your whole outfit looks more expensive. For example, there's nothing wrong with a cotton tee. I'm doing a video on tees coming up, but If you want a more elegant and a more polished look, switch out your cotton tee for a silk tee, or switch out your cotton sweater for a cashmere sweater. Switch out your basic denim for denim in even faux leather or velvet, or a tweedy pant in a wool. Just by switching out the materials, your everyday materials, and elevating your everyday materials with the same silhouette. So again, you're looking at, instead of a cotton tee, a silk tee. Instead of a sleeveless cotton top, a sleeveless silk top. Or instead of a sweater that is acrylic, you can replace it with a sweater that's cashmere. So you're keeping the same role in your wardrobe. It's still filling the same place in your wardrobe that a casual tank would fill, but you're elevating it by making it silk or making it cashmere. And suddenly that jeans and t-shirt outfit takes on a whole new dimension and becomes a lot more stylish when it's jeans and a silk t-shirt as opposed to jeans and a basic cotton t-shirt. So elevating your everyday basics is an easy way to look a little bit more expensive on a budget. Now, the great thing about, again, LilySilk and their silk and their cashmere pieces is that they are elevated, but they're affordable. So instead of buying 2 or 3 inexpensive cotton t-shirts that you're going to get tired of and probably donate within a year or 2, consider investing a little bit more in a silk t-shirt that you're going to have for a long time to come. Again, you're going to be surprised by how affordable the prices are. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to looking expensive on a budget is to focus on fit. You can take a $50 or $100 or $25 item and make it look like $1 million by focusing on the fit. If the item fits you properly, you're going to look elegant in it. If it doesn't fit you properly, no matter how expensive it is, it's still going to look sloppy and shabby and less than elegant. So fit is everything. I've talked at length about this channel in the last few weeks about the Fashion Fit formula, which can really help you avoid that slouchy, oversized, not in a good way, appearance of your clothes just not fitting you well. Not only does that add weight, makes you look shorter, makes you look dumpier, just all the things that we don't want to look, right? But it also makes your clothes look cheaper and look like they're bad quality. And like I said, you can have a really expensive, and we've all seen celebrities out there with really expensive pieces on that don't fit them properly, and the outfit looks cheap. So fit is everything. If you wanted to take an inexpensive top or a thrifted top and have it altered so that it fit your body to a T and fit your body perfectly, that inexpensive top would suddenly look a lot more expensive. So what's the difference between a $300 white blouse and a $100 white blouse? A lot of times it's the detail and the attention that they put into fit. So if you want to take your $50 or $100 white top, for example, and make it look like it's a few $100s, then a few alterations, a few darts and adjustments to the sleeve length, to the shoulder, wherever it takes for that top to look like it's custom for you, is going to take that reasonably priced item and make it. The next thing I would encourage you to do to make your outfits look more expensive without spending a lot of money is to focus on timeless pieces. I've been talking about the wardrobe essentials and the need to populate your wardrobe with these essential staple pieces. That does not mean that these pieces have to be basic or boring, but they're essential, they're timeless, and they're simple enough to be truly versatile in your wardrobe. So if you focus on these pieces and you focus on choosing every one of those pieces in a way that makes them as timeless as possible, you're going to have that elegant style. You're going to have that style that you don't cringe when you look back on pictures from 5 years ago and you're like, oh, what was I wearing? Everything is so dated, or everything is so 2015 or 20 whatever. So you want that style that will hold up, and that is really one of the hallmarks of elegant style and expensive looking style. It looks timeless, it looks classic, and it looks appropriate for wherever you're wearing it. So focusing on timeless pieces, especially with your investment pieces. So when you're buying silk, when you're buying cashmere, when you're buying leather, when you're buying higher quality materials, focus on making those pieces timeless so that you can get the most out of your investment. The next thing I want to encourage you to do is to pay attention to the details. Details are everything. It's one of the reasons I was pointing out the beautiful covered button placket in the LilySilk blouse, because details like that elevate the item and make it look a lot more expensive. If you're wearing a nice blouse that has cheap buttons on it, then you need to switch out those cheap buttons for beautiful buttons in mother of pearl or wood or leather or real metal, and instantly elevate that item. So pay attention to details like that. Details like the way an item is finished, the way it's hemmed, the hardware, the buttons, the fabric, the stitching, the way the patterns line up. On, if you're wearing a blouse that has pattern on the front and pattern on the back, and you've got those two seams on the side sewn together and the pattern is not lining up, that is going to look inexpensive. It doesn't matter how much you spent on that blouse, but it's the sign of a cheaply made garment. So really look at the details, and whenever possible, switch out inexpensive details on an item for more expensive details. For example, I've taken many dresses and ripped off the self belt that comes with the dress, which is usually either flimsy fabric or it's faux leather and it's already falling apart before you even use it the first time, and I replaced that belt with a beautiful real leather belt, and suddenly the dress looks a lot more expensive. So details are everything when it comes to looking expensive on a budget, and these little tweaks are very, very inexpensive to make. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is accessories. Accessories are everything. One of the secrets that most people don't tell you about style is that people will make a quick judgment about the way that you're dressed, and often that comes down to your accessories. So if your accessories are elegant and elevated, your whole outfit will look elegant and elevated, even if your clothes are actually really reasonably priced or inexpensive. So jewelry is one of those accessories that can instantly elevate what you're wearing. Now, you don't have to wear fine jewelry every single day. You know I love my Dean Davidson pieces, and these are like made of semi-precious stones, and it's a contemporary jewelry brand that is more expensive than the department store, your standard department store pieces, but are not going to absolutely break the bank. So whatever elevated jewelry you can wear is going to be a great way to look more expensive on a budget. Also, pull out those fine jewelry pieces you do have, because when you're wearing nice jewelry, then everything that you're wearing looks more expensive. The same is true for shoes, bags, belts. Make sure that your shoes, bags, and belts are the absolute best quality that you can afford. Go for real leather every time if you can. If you wear real leather, this is the time to pull it out, because having a great bag, having a beautiful pair of shoes, having a real leather belt, it's going to elevate everything you're wearing. You can be wearing the most basic of basics, like a jeans and a t-shirt, but you're wearing a great belt, you're wearing a beautiful pair of shoes, you've got a nice bag, then you're going to look polished and elegant, and like your whole outfit is more expensive. People are going to assume those jeans are designer and that the t-shirt is extra fancy just because all of the other accessories elevate the outfit. Speaking of elevating the outfit, my final tip on how to look expensive on a budget is to invest in a designer bag. Now, I know you might be like, well, but that's not very budget friendly. But it is, because there are a lot of sites like The RealReal, like Vestiaire Collective, like eBay and Poshmark, where you can get a designer bag for a lot less than you would pay for at retail. And one of the things I want to say is that a designer bag is different for everybody. And maybe your version of a designer bag is Coach and Kate Spade, and maybe someone else's version is going to be Louis or Bottega Veneta or Gucci. So you have to decide what you're comfortable spending on a bag. And rather than buying a lot of inexpensive bags that are disposable almost, and that you're not going to like in a couple of years and you're not going to wear very often, instead set aside a jar or a shoe fund somewhere, or a bag fund somewhere, and actually a shoe fund is also a good idea, but set aside some money, and every time you're tempted to buy an inexpensive bag, put the money in that jar and just keep it until you've got at least a couple of $100s to work with, and then start looking for a timeless designer bag. Does not have to be logo ridden or logo covered. I prefer non-monogrammed bags. Like my Louis bag does not have a monogram on it, and so That's up to you. That's a matter of personal style. But you want a bag that's going to be neutral, you want it to be timeless, and you want it to be structured, because a structured bag is always going to look more elegant and more polished and more tailored. A neutral bag is always going to look more elegant and more polished and more tailored. And so you want that box checked where you go for your best neutral in your wardrobe, and a neutral that you can wear all year round if this is going to be your main investment bag. And you want great quality leather, you want a timeless style, you want minimal hardware on it, minimal details on it so that it doesn't date quickly. And then don't be afraid to invest in that beautiful bag, because again, you can be just carrying a beautiful bag and wearing loungewear, and people are going to assume that everything that you're wearing is more elegant and more elevated because you have that amazing bag. It instantly elevates whatever you're wearing. So my suggestion to you would be to focus on those finishing touches, those finishing details in terms of accessories, and count on them to elevate your entire everyday wardrobe. So I hope that was helpful. One of the things that I encourage you all to do is to find your happy place in these tips. So what are the takeaways for you from this list? Not everything is going to work for everybody, but if you can really focus on the details that are going to make the most impact and have the biggest reward and the biggest payback in your own wardrobe, then you will really start seeing your style get more elegant, more elevated, and look more expensive, regardless of your budget. Let me know what you think of these tips in the comments. Let me know your favorite one. Which one are you going to implement right away? Also, don't forget to check the description box. All you have to do is click on the title. The description box opens up, and you can see my LilySilk code there. It's NETA12. You get 12% off your LilySilk purchase. You can see the links to the items that I shared in today's video. Thanks so much to LilySilk for collaborating with me on today's video. I think this was such a great topic and something that we're all interested in knowing more about. Again, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.